Welcome to the Buffalo Wild Wings post-game show here in Los Angeles. 38-31. The Rams win it. The star of the game is with Christina Pink.
Thanks a lot, Joe. Jared, 5 touchdown passes, and you made it look easy. How were you able to pick apart a very good Vikings defense?
Man, I thought we protected really well all night and did a good job keeping me upright. And whenever that happens, we got a chance with the guys we got outside. And that team's really good. You know, they're a really, really good team. It's a playoff team. And, you know, we were lucky to come away with one night.
38 points in every game. This offense puts up more points, more yards. How much better can this offense be?
You know, we keep getting better. Just keep finishing drives and then keep putting up points and keep taking care of the football is all we can do.
All right, you guys improved to 4-0, and this one might have been the toughest. How encouraging was this victory for this team?
Incredibly. You know, it was a hard-fought night, and you know they're a great team, like I said, and we had to fight all the way to the very end. And even when we were winning, they kept fighting back, and they're a great team. Like I said, we're lucky to come away with a win.
All right, congrats, Jared. Joe, back to you.
All right, Christina, thank you. So on to Seattle. Go the Rams. On to Philadelphia after some time off. Go the Minnesota Vikings, and we can talk about Jared Goff. We talked about Jared Goff all night, but for the Minnesota Vikings, I mean, they were basically allowing 16 points a game a year ago. They were #1 in the league in that category. They were shredded here tonight by the Rams. There are some big question marks for Mike Zimmer in that defense of the Vikings.
Well, there are, and there were after last week's game and on Sunday. And then with the quick turnaround, yeah, on the one hand, you're thankful that you get a chance to get back out on the field and kind of put that behind you. But when you're playing the Rams as a defense to really, truly get prepared for what you're going to see, you know, that's a tough task. And you're doing it on the road, and you're traveling in on Tuesday. So, trust me, a lot to work on. The big plays were a problem for the Vikings coming in. It certainly has continued here tonight, and they've got 10 days now to get it straightened out.
If you didn't think the Rams were the best team in the NFC before tonight, and you watch tonight, I think you'll come out of here thinking the Rams are clearly the best team in the NFC, if not the NFL. The guys in New York are coming along. On the other side of the break, Jared Goff, 5-touchdown night. 465 yards, 162 of which were to Cooper Kupp for 2 scores. Rams are 4-0. Vikings head home at 1-2-1.
Welcome back to the Buffalo Wild Wings postgame show.
All right, some kind of football game. Howie, let's get right to you.
Yeah, 2 teams that we thought at the beginning of the season would have outstanding defenses. Both teams combined for 69 points, 1,002 yards, and Jared Goff was undoubtedly the star of the game. 26 for 33, 465, 5 TDs. Let's look at some of the highlights. Here he extends a playoff play-action pass. Cooper Kupp in the corner of the end zone drops it. That is just a beautiful throw. Now he hits Brandon Cooks, 47-yard TD, takes the top off the defense. That's why they brought him there. Robert Woods down a 31-yard TD. They get the mismatch on Barr. He pump fakes, delays the throw. Both quarterbacks were outstanding tonight.
Yeah.
Both these defenses disappointing.
Yeah, he did a great job of moving the safety with his eyes. And it takes 3 years to learn how to do that, but he was comfortable doing it. I tell you what, let's go right now to the winning locker room and listen to the head coach of the Rams, Sean McVay.
What a great job as a team. 4-0 right there. What can you say about Jared Goff? 465.
All right, that's it for now. Coming up next, your late local news on Fox and the U.S. Army post-game show on NFL Network. Thanks, folks.
Welcome to the U.S. Army post-game show.
What a game we had here tonight at the LA Coliseum.
Man.
If you like offense, this was the one for you.
Oh, I like offense. I like offense. I love offense too. Yeah. I know Coach Mooch like offense too.
Yeah.
You guys are like offense.
Yes, that was a shootout, man.
There we see John Franklin Myers with the sack fumble there. Sue on the recovery. What a game for these Rams as they go undefeated to start the season, 4-0 with the 38-31 win over the Vikings. My goodness, we have so much to talk about in terms of this Rams team right now. What we saw from Jared Goff today was unbelievable. We're actually going to have Todd Gurley join us on the set, as well as Cooper Kupp. And here is the gang. We got Steve Mariucci, Reggie Bush, and Kurt Warner with us tonight, all here to talk about this man right here. Oh my gosh, Jared Goff, what a day for him. 465 yards passing, 5 touchdowns, 4 of those in the first half, Kurt. What an amazing game for him.
He was incredible. I mean, it was one of those where it's like he's in a zone. And what I love so much in a league where so many passes are thrown within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage, these guys press the ball down the field, and he was perfect on the deep throws. I mean, you can't throw these balls any better. It's good coverage. Yet he's just better with the throw, and you saw it all night long. I talked to him this week, and you could just tell how confident and how much fun he's having within the offense, and it looked like that tonight.
Okay, so my question is, tonight, the way they played, how would you rank them against your 2001,
here we go again. Already getting
greatest show on turf team? The way they played tonight, the way they threw the football tonight.
They only got 38 points.
Only 38.
Hey, man, they were awesome tonight. And you know what you love so much too is we were talking about it when we were up in the booth calling the game. Was just every week it seems to be a different guy, and it was very similar to our team. As you didn't know, it was going to be Isaac, going to be Torrey, going to be Marshall, going to be, and it's the same way here. Cooper Kupp, he got his number tonight, but they have so many different guys that can step up at any moment. It is so tough to cover them.
This offense so dynamic. Mooch, I know you want to talk about Cooper Kupp. He's actually walking this way right now, so we're going to be able to talk to him as well. And Reggie, I know you want to get to some Todd Gurley stuff. He's also joining us. Don't go anywhere, guys. We're going to have them right on set with us. You guys can tweet us if you have a question for him. We'll get it to them. Don't worry. Lots to get to on the show, and of course after us, Total Access coming up. Travis Kelce with them. It's going to be a good one. Man, we got the Rams offense, the Chiefs offense. These guys are rolling. We'll be right back.
You are watching the U.S. Army post-game show. Find out more at GoArmy.com.
The challenges facing the country never stop. So neither does the U.S. Army. We train, adapt, and get smarter. Every soldier, every unit, every day. Not to keep up with change, but to drive it. Nobody knows what problems tomorrow will bring, but we do know who will solve them.
Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern, get ready for kickoff with NFL Game Day Morning.
Isn't that supposed to fall down?
Okay. There are lots of questions in Big D after an up-and-down start. Does Dak miss Dez? Is it already time to panic? Prescott and the playmaker go one-on-one.
Would you welcome Dez back on this team?
And after nearly 2 decades of dominance, is the Patriots' reign coming to a close?
Brady gonna get sacked! Back at the 10-yard line!
Find out which of our guys thinks this is the beginning of the end in New England. All that and more on NFL Game Day Morning, Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern.
Let's get you guys the play of the game here presented by the U.S. Army, and it is the man right here, Cooper Kupp, with the 70-yard touchdown. What an amazing play this was. Now you guys are 4-0 on the season, and for you, what a game you had in this first half. 129 receiving yards. That's a single game record career high for you. And of course, if you're just joining us, we have Todd Gurley and Cooper Kupp on the set with us, Mooch, Kurt, and Reggie as well. But Cooper, what do you feel like is the difference this year compared to even last year when the offense was still rolling? But this is something like we haven't seen.
I think it's just having another year of just trying to master this thing. Comfortability. You know, we only have one guy that came into our system that wasn't here last year, and just having another year of reps, another year of understanding what Coach McVay wants, and just being more efficient with it. I think that's a big part of it.
I tell you what, Todd, so many comparisons to the greatest show on turf, and you looked every bit of it tonight. But one thing I remember about that group was every week it was like somebody else took their turn, and all of our superstars were excited for the other guys. I get the sense that you guys are like that in the locker room as well.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. You know, I told Cooks this was going to be his week. You know, he got him a touchdown. I told Cup don't come back to the locker room unless he have 100 yards, and he did that. So, hey, man, we put the pressure on each other. We know what everybody's capable of, and we got great players on our team. Everybody's going to ball out when they get that chance, and that's what we did tonight.
Cooper Kupp, you've come a long way from Eastern Washington, and, 9 catches tonight, 162 yards. That's a career high for you and a couple of touchdowns. I'm watching you guys, and you're lining up all over the place with different personnel. You're even a receiver half the time, and you're outside, and you're inside, you're both sides. You receivers have to learn all the positions, and everything that you do requires some smarts, doesn't it?
It does. I think that's something we pride ourselves on, though. Having all three of us being able to understand every position in our offense, it allows us to move around. For a defense, not being able to game plan, someone being in the same exact spot every single time, I think is a huge advantage for us.
That play that you ran when you came underneath and then you ran the wheel route, you ended up on a linebacker, right?
Yeah.
Describe that play.
So we were just doing a little wide zone action, something we do a lot of with me kind of licking down there on the defensive end, and was able to kind of sneak out the back door there. And we knew based on their coverage principles who would end up matching, and got a great high-low. Todd pulls the guy out underneath, and you get that one-on-one with the backer, and Jared making an incredible throw, allowing me just to keep it in stride. And that's exactly how you picture running that.
All right, that's enough about football, man. I like Coach just said, came a long way. So I got to tell a quick story, man. So about 6 months ago, I'm in a nightclub. Me and my wife, she's right there. She'll attest to this. We in the nightclub, right? Me and my boys. And this guy comes up to me, and he says, "What's up, man?" Oh, no. One of the security guards came in, he said, "Hey, Cooper Kupp wants to say what's up to you." I was like, "Oh, yeah, of course, man. Tell him to come over." He comes over. We're talking. We started talking about Sean McVay. I started asking about the offense. He's giving me detailed information about the offense, right? And so my wife, after he leaves, I give him my phone number. I'm like, "Man, hit me up anytime when you're in L.A." So afterwards, my wife says, "Baby, who was that?" And I was like, "Oh, that was Cooper Kupp. He plays for the Rams. Let me show you a picture." So I showed her a picture of him. She looks at the picture. She looks at the guy. She's like, "That's not Cooper Kupp."
No.
I was like, "What are you talking about?" "Yes, it is. I know he's a little skinny right now. He ain't got to training camp.
Reggie, you got
He's slimming down." So lo and behold, the guy gets kicked out the nightclub. And then find out that it really was not Cooper Kupp.
Way to go,
really wasn't him. Yeah. So
hopefully you
so
guys
you said he
exchange
came a long
later.
way. Now this dude got people out there faking to be him, bruh. How do you feel about that? You got people out there acting like they you.
Man, I'm sorry you had to go through that in the future.
You made it, bro. You made it.
He had a picture of you on his phone, bro.
He planned the whole thing out. He must have planned the whole thing out.
That's
for
my
you.
fault.
It's an elaborate scheme going on here in LA.
Yeah, you know what? All white people don't look alike. That's my bad, man. I apologize.
Hey, Todd, just talk. Do you guys feel like you can be beat at this point in time with the way your offense is rolling?
Any team can be beat, but nah, we can't be beat right now.
Wow.
I
like it. I like it.
Simple.
This team, it just looks so different right now. Jared Goff is just on another level. Robert Woods is out here giving touchdown balls to YG. I mean, you guys are having fun. But what is it from Jared Goff this year that's so different?
I mean, we're out there making the plays. He's out there making the plays. We're all just working together. We have a great coaching staff, and Coach McVay and all the offensive coaches. And then at the end of the day, is every man win their one-on-ones, and you seen it tonight. Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, Cooks. I mean, Goff just putting on a show out there. So everybody was just balling.
Todd, we talk a lot about you guys and the greatest show on turf. Act 2 here, but talk about that offensive line. That's a heck of an offensive line, isn't it?
Yeah, man. Thank God for them. I appreciate those guys so much. They take care of me. They take care of Goff. And
who's the toughest guy up there? Is it Whitworth or who is it?
All of them, man. All of them.
They're nuts, aren't they?
Yeah, all of them. Definitely Sully and Roger
Saffold.
Yeah, Saffold and Whitworth. All of the older guys, man. Those guys, they're very tough for sure.
Did you guys feel the complimentary football that you guys were playing? Because it reminds me a lot of our 2009 team when we won the Super Bowl, where you guys have the ability to literally control the tempo. If they want to play coverage, you run the ball. If they want to stack the box and stop you, you throw the football. Did you guys feel that throughout the game?
Yeah, I think that's something we pride ourselves on, is having that balanced attack.
Yeah.
And we've got, the thing that I think is underscored here is our O-line has a lot of very smart guys on it. I mean, you can't run what we're doing without those guys, too, understanding their protections and how they're tagging things. And but being able to be so efficient in the run game is huge for us as receivers. Yes. I mean, it opens up so much for us down the field, and that's a benefit. I mean, that's a credit to these O-line and for Todd.
Yeah. And let's just talk about the other side. And I know a couple guys were down tonight, but, the collection of talent that you put together over there, just tell me about practicing against those guys as a receiver. We talked about how tough Aqib and Marcus can be on the outside. Obviously, the beast that you have to run against every day. Just tell me about practicing against those guys and how that helps you.
Oh, man, practicing against those guys, we are always out there competing. We just always, trash talking each other, because that's what we do. We out there having a good time, and we know what everybody's capable of. At the end of the day, Sunday or Thursday night, we're going to go out there and try to put on a show. That's what I try to tell the guys every time.
Yeah, I think it's a huge advantage for us. As receivers, being able to go up against the guys that we are, not just from an athletic standpoint and talent, but just from understanding the game, being able to come to the sidelines after, a period and be like, what do you see here? How can I do this better? That's just invaluable for us as receivers.
What does it feel like for Gurley? This is for you, Todd. What does it feel like to be a running back in this offense with this much ammo, this much power behind it, where you literally feel like we could do anything, anybody? What does that feel like, man?
It's a blessing. It's a blessing for sure. Just having these guys at receiver. The Arizona game, they was depending on stopping the run. I'm like, okay, it's gonna be y'all game. And those guys went out there, tore it up, and like Coach say, we don't feel pressure, we apply it. And that's our motto. We try to go out there and attack, and we got a great offensive line. You might know we're going to run the ball, but at the end of the day, you got to stop it.
Exactly.
And then we're going to air it out to Cooper Kupp, Woods, Higbee.
Man, I'm so happy for my dog Woods, man.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for Woods, because I was with him in Buffalo, and I know the stuff he was going through, not getting used, and he comes in here, and it's just like, boom, this is what it's supposed to look like.
He's getting the love. You guys, what a great win for you tonight. Before you go, 2 questions. Jared Goff, did he work in a YG audible at all? I know that, that was sort of
Yeah.
He did?
Yeah, he worked in that.
Okay, great, check. And then also your shoes. I hear they're really awesome. I didn't get
those things up. Baby. Red bottoms.
Yes,
I wear bloody shoes.
Hey, Mooch, we got to get you some of those. Yeah, we got to get Coach Mooch some of those
right there. You show him what you're wearing.
I just got some Buscemi's on,
A lot of drip, man. A lot of drip. A lot of drip
up there. They ain't not as flashy as those.
Oh my gosh, you guys, awesome stuff today. Congratulations. Enjoy your weekend.
Yes, sir.
Watching the games and just sitting back and relaxing. Good stuff.
Keep it going, huh?
Todd Gurley and Cooper Kupp. Of course, coming up next, you guys, don't miss Total Access. Travis Kelce joins the show to talk about the high-flying offense there in Kansas City. That's coming up right after the post-game show. Awesome.
Thursday night in New England, confidence is defined by having the greatest ever on their side. But Indy's comeback kid is eager for the chance to let Foxborough test him again. Brady.
Way to go, baby!
Luck.
Touchdown!
Colts. Patriots. When it's on, it's on. Thursday Night Football. Next Thursday at 8 on NFL Network, Fox, and streaming on Prime Video.
NFL Total Access. It's coming up on NFL Network. Travis Kelce joins the crew to talk about the Chiefs' upcoming game with the Broncos. But man, do we have a quarterback to talk about tonight. Jared Goff, he was on fire. A perfect passer rating for him, 158.3. Amazing night with that 70-yard bomb to Cooper Kupp that we just saw. And good enough to get the game ball.
What can you say about Jared Goff? 465. We got a long way to go. Couldn't be happier with where you guys are at, the way you guys continue to battle from start to finish. Give it up for Aaron, big time sacks, man. Sue with the big third down stop right there. But really, that's a great job, man. It's 4-0. Got a couple days off. Tomorrow we'll come in for treatment, and then I'll see you guys on Monday.
4-0 for these Los Angeles Rams. They have this team rolling right now. Mooch, what really stood out to you?
Well, the kid from Cal, Jared Goff, with 465 yards, 5 touchdowns, perfect passer rating. You know what? He has made a case for MVP, and the last time a Rams quarterback did that, it was that guy a couple different times. But Jared Goff, he might be the front runner right now.
Put some respect on it. I want to talk about how now, 2 weeks in a row, my bold prediction has come true. I said Adam Thielen would get 130 yards receiving. I don't think he got 2 touchdowns, but I also said that the Rams would win the football game. Last week was the Browns and Baker Mayfield coming in. They would win the game. I'm 2 for 2, man. Y'all want to go to Vegas?
Hold on. Have you ever watched our show? You can't say 130 and 2 touchdowns and he doesn't get 2 touchdowns. You call it.
Part of it.
I got a good part of it right there. It wasn't bold. Give me my respect.
Kurt is not impressed.
I tell you what, my point tonight is the Rams were incredible. We could talk about them all night, but I'm going to give some love to Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
You know, I was on him a little bit beforehand that he hadn't lived up to the billing quite yet. He lived up to the billing tonight. Yeah, he did everything he could do. It's tough to keep up with a high-powered offense and what Jared Goff did tonight, but Kirk Cousins almost did it. He looked the part. I can't wait to see if he can continue this the rest of the year. Minnesota's going to win a lot of games if he does.
I just want to add to that, too, since we've talked mostly about Rams, but Aldrick Robinson, great game for him. 2 touchdowns tonight. We know that him and Kirk Cousins were together in D.C., and that sort of looks like that chemistry is sort of coming out.
He had only 1 catch coming into this game, 2 touchdowns tonight.
The Minnesota Vikings have nothing to hang their heads about tonight. They played amazing tonight.
2 heavyweights were battling it out tonight. Great game.
Bold prediction doesn't count.
Oh, you know what we have to get to real quick?
What?
Steve Mariucci. You have a new member of the Mariucci family.
Yeah.
That's right. A new grandson.
Grandpa Mooch.
Look at Colt there.
Wow. That's Colt Stephen Mariucci. The little guy's about an hour old right there, and his big brother, Kyle.
He's already faster than you. He's already faster than you.
4.4 in the 40.
He's faster than Reggie. He is.
As soon as we get off the set, I'm driving down to see him again.
Wow.
All right,
Congrats,
so we
Coach.
have a little gift for you as well.
yeah?
Look at this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a
Nice.
little care package. Oh, my God. There's an NFL Network onesie in there. You won't
onesie?
be able to fit into it, though, but Colt will.
Oh, yeah, wait a minute.
So that's cool. Yes. So
That's amazing. Congrats, Coach.
Thank you.
that's
Big time.
awesome. Good stuff. You want to pull?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's? Oh, this is great.
yeah.
I stole your mic. Here you go. So
right
big
there.
night here as Mooch goes through his grab bag for Colt. We're glad that you enjoy it.
He loves free
awesome
stuff.
tonight here
Loves
from
free stuff.
LA and these Rams 4-0, 38-31. That is it. We're signing off here from Los Angeles. Don't go anywhere though, because more to come. The Total Access crew, they will break down this entire game. And then as we said, Travis Kelce joins the show. Thank you, everybody, and good night.
Thank you for watching the U.S. Army post-game show. Find out more at GoArmy.com.
When it's your job to protect the world's greatest nation, it's your responsibility to solve the world's greatest challenges. This is why we search for the best and brightest, why we train for every eventuality, on land and water, in the air, space, and even cyberspace. We operate in a complex world with one simple mission: win.